Good morning. It is
Hump day.
Hump Day.
What day is it? What day is it?
Humpity hump hump. Do the Humpty Hump. Why have we not sang that song before? It's Wednesday, August the 11th, and it's Humpty Hump. Do the Humpty Hump dance. Today we're going to talk about some sad news that came out of the NHL world, and of course he is born in Sault Ste. Marie. Tony Esposito has passed away at the age of 78. An amazing goaltender. You know what, I got in this morning and I like to check, what's going on in the world so that we can just update you. And I saw this and it really upset me. I mean, pretty upsetting news. And as you know, Tony is a legendary goalie. His brother Phil, we all know as well, hailed from Sault Ste. Marie. Yes. Chicago Blackhawks announced that the NHL Hall of Fame goaltender Tony died at the age of 78 due to a battle with pancreatic cancer. Oh. The pioneering Hall of Famer who spent almost his entire 16 years in the NHL with the Chicago Blackhawks. The team announced his passing last evening. Okay. Esposito made such an immediate mark on Chicago and a lasting impression over the NHL as well. You have two brothers that hail from Sault Ste. Marie and end up in the NHL. That is quite an accomplishment. Well, yeah. Esposito debuted with the Montreal Canadiens during the 68-69 season and appeared in 13 games. He was then left unprotected with the Canadiens deep in goalies and taken by Chicago in an interleague draft back in, when did that happen? For $25,000 US. That's wow. It was an investment that paid immediate dividends for the team. But Esposito, when he was in Chicago, he helped lead them to first place, showcasing his butterfly style by posted 2.17. Yeah, so he won the Calder Trophy. He won the Vezina a couple of times. So he is. It's a sad day for Sault Ste. Marie. It's a sad day for the NHL and hockey fans everywhere. I just wanted to add to that. I love reading biographies, and I read the Phil Esposito biography, his brother. Okay. I highly recommend you read that biography, whether you're a Phil fan or not. I mean, he did play for that team with the B on the jersey. So, but anyway, it's quite the biography, and he tells some great tales. But he does talk about his brother Tony in there as well. So nice. Our prayers and thoughts go to the family of the Espositos, and sad news. Mm-hmm. For sure. Well, I mean, internationally, we can talk for a moment about that Canadian entrepreneur. So a Chinese court then did actually end up sentencing Michael Spavor to 11 years in prison. And this happened last week. So it's a spying case anyway, linked to Beijing's pressure campaign against the Canadian government over the arrest of an executive at the tech giant, Huawei. Huawei. Yes, right. So, I mean, they will hear final arguments in the next few weeks over whether to hand over the executive, Meng Wanzhou, to face U.S. criminal charges in connection with possible violations of trade sanctions on Iran. So Spavor and some other Canadians actually were detained in China on what critics labeled hostage politics after the executive's 2018 arrest. So on Tuesday, another Chinese court rejected the appeal of a third Canadian whose prison term in a drug case was abruptly increased to death following Meng's arrest. Yeah. Crazy stories. Well, that's kind of a few little updates that we wanted to bring you. We're going to come back after we hear from our weather specialist, Craig Huckerby. I don't know about you. I mean, the Kaledi weather was beautiful to me last night. Every time I went into a store, there was like complaining weather. I'm like, I love this weather. I think it's beautiful. It was hot. It was that weather where you could walk from your door to your car and beads of sweat were coming out of places you didn't think you could sweat. How about today, Craig? How's it looking?
Well, it looks like we have just one more day of this mugginess and some hot temperatures, and then we start to see a little cool down, but only briefly, because then we start seeing temperatures rebound over the weekend. We will take a look at, where are we going, Mike? The radar? We're going to go to the radar and show you what's left of the storm that came in last night, or if you want to call it a storm. It was actually pretty active down south in the States, but as it got up here, it kind of fizzled out, and that's what's left of it. Now it's pushing off towards the northeast, leaving us with basically a nice morning. We should see plenty of sun for our morning, though we are going to start seeing some clouds work its way back in because we have another active cold front coming in for tonight. We'll take a look at the 12-hour forecast for you, and this is what your day is looking like. We have mugginess continuing at least until sometime this evening, and that's when that cold front is going to come in and sweep that mugginess away and also cool our temperatures for our Thursday and Friday. But right now we are looking at a half decent day. We're anticipating the showers and thunderstorms to develop sometime this evening. So for the most part, today is looking dry and sunny with just increasing clouds with and half decent temperatures. I will have your full 3-day forecast coming up and show you that the temperatures are coming back next week.
Awesome.
Well, thanks
Another
for that,
day of
Craig.
cloudy weather.
Great. I don't know. He said there was a storm last night. Did I hear that correctly?
I hit the pillow pretty hard around 10 o'clock, and I think I went to put on Netflix, and I heard the da-dung, which I love, the da-dung, something's good's coming.
Yes.
Well, all the cane that followed that was. So.
It's kind of like the sound that like the Google Maps makes when
Yeah.
you miss a turn or something.
Yeah,
I call
yeah.
it like the "you idiot"
Yeah.
notification. Like,
Don't you listen to me?
I saw a meme that suggested that Gordon Ramsay should be narrating your directions.
Oh my God.
That would be great. You donkey!
Yeah,
you
I
missed the turn.
I don't know. I think he would give me anxiety. Make settle down. Jeez, I know.
Well, speaking of traffic, there actually was some congestion
Yeah.
for a brief period yesterday. And this was yesterday morning, actually. So right at the intersection of Great Northern Road and Northern Avenue, police and fire did respond to a 3-vehicle
wow.
collision at this intersection, yes. Fortunately, no injuries were reported from the collision. The intersection was reduced to 1 lane as the emergency crews did work to clear the area. In this moment, we haven't any information on what actually caused the accident. Or what was the extent of the damage to the vehicles involved. But of course, as always, we will bring you updated information as it does become available.
Yeah, awesome. One more quick. Well, I don't want to rush this one. So maybe we'll come back to this and talk a bit about the agenda. But yesterday at 2:30 in the afternoon, MPP Ross Romano joined other dignitaries down at the new Aug11 train station.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we spoke with Tony Porco yesterday on that. They've done a beautiful job of the mill down there, of just making it look absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. Yeah, you know what? You're right, Mike. Let's just do it. Let's do it before we go to commercial. Let's pay homage to this. So it was a very big day for this ribbon cutting.
Okay.
When I was talking to Tony yesterday afternoon, he explained to me that at one time, because I don't know the background to the Aug11 train, the canal train, so he filled me in. He said you could get tickets at the station mall, but sometimes the mall wasn't open before or after, depending on what time you were taking that train. And it was, look how beautiful this is as a train.
Really gorgeous,
departure system.
actually. Yep.
It is. And Tony was also saying, you know what, they offer the gelato there. They've got a couple nice little bars if you want to
they
get
got
a
a lot of stuff
beverage
going on
before you
there.
take off on your
Nice.
train.
Yep.
When you come back, maybe you want to grab something to eat that's there. And also, not that it would apply to this, but I have to say that the ice rink that they built there is pretty incredible. We spent Dante's birthday
they
there
have
last year,
a
too.
really nice, like from an acoustic perspective, a
Yeah.
really great music venue there.
That's right. He was
yeah,
saying that too.
yeah.
That they're going to have some concerts and coming up when they can start open. But look how cool that looks. Very old school. You know what I mean? Don't you think that looks just adds
It's
to the trip?
fantastic.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really been in there very recently. I went to dinner with a friend there, I want to say November-ish, if that was possible.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everything is like one kind of homogenous blur at
Yeah,
this
I
point.
know. You know, that time before the pandemic where you could do. Yeah,
It's
right?
like, you remember that time, that summer at bank
At
camp?
bank camp? What happened at bank camp? Did you,
Well, right.
did you play the flute? Yeah, she did. Okay, so
Easy there,
yeah,
easy.
Good movie, American Pie series. Okay, so but again, back to this. I just wanted to thank Tony for taking the time to speak with me yesterday. Greg Rickford, who,
Okay.
as well as MPP Ross Romano and Tony, made some great speeches yesterday. Dan Gray and Bruce Clement were there, so we do have some awesome footage that we're going to be running throughout the day to pay homage to this very big day yesterday. But the press release out of Ross Romano's office yesterday was that the new Aug11 Canyon Tour train station will be served as a gateway to thousands of tourists seeking to explore our
Yes.
natural beauty in this area. And from what I was exploring into it yesterday, I'm like, you know what, maybe I actually might try and save some money and take the boys and do that as a special little trip with them this weekend. But nothing's running in August. Typically they do have August scheduling, but it's September. August 15th, I believe, is the date in which they will be announcing when it'll be opening. Yes, it is August 15th. It is going to start up in September. You can find information on on the, what's that website called again?
SiouxOnline.com?
Yes, not SiouxOnline.com. You could go to the mill and get some information. You can go to Sioux Tourism and get some information, or you can go to agwatrain.com. That is the biggest news out of the Sioux yesterday afternoon. Again, very big dignitaries there. And congratulations to Tony Porco for putting that together and creating such a beautiful departure and arrival area for those who are traveling to Sault Ste. Marie to help our tourism. And we'll be right back after this quick break. We're going to talk COVID when we get back, so hang on for that.
First Local, supported by the Canadian Bush Plain Heritage Centre, where adventure takes off.
First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.
First Local, supported by Gary Chervinsky, Exit Realty, Lake Superior. Buying a home is a big decision, so is choosing the right agent. Call Gary Chervinsky, broker at Exit Realty, Lake Superior, 705-257-5432.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings. Hump Day, Wednesday, August the 11th.
You have to do the Humpty Hump.
I don't know the song.
Do the Humpty Hump. Do the Humpty Hump. Really? We're playing it on the commercial. I play it now, but we get flagged and you won't be able to see us later in the day, so can't do that.
Okay,
What do we
well, a couple of things here. So the FJ Davy home is welcoming a grand parade, the Grand Parade, on September the 18th, which is a fundraising event. So they are encouraging Sault Ste. Marie residents to register to walk and fundraise in this Grand Parade. Just kind of brings
Grand.
Moira out, this grand parade. Okay, oh, did you see me just kind of like fade in? That was kind of cool. I just caught it out of the corner of my eye. Very neat. Okay, so the Grand Parade, fundraising walk that celebrates and supports aging Canadians and their families in Sault Ste. Marie as well as across Canada. Fun, family-friendly event taking place the morning of September the 18th. So, a moment when Canadians are invited to step out and publicly honor aging friends and family, fundraise on their behalf to support charities who in turn support them. So, particularly through the pandemic, but in general, in our society, growing older can tend to rob people of their status, a sense of being valued, even self-respect in some cases, yet tens of thousands of Canadians want something better for their aging family members, or a neighbor or a friend. Hundreds of organizations pursue a different, richer vision of what it means to grow into senior status and beyond. So because of these organizations, and because of any aging person who needs some support in order to preserve a dignified, decent, and emotionally healthy life, they have created this grand parade. So it begins and ends at the FJ Davy home, which is located at 733 3rd Line East, where walkers will register and in turn turn in, sorry. Yeah. It's a very different meaning. Turn in the efforts of their fundraising efforts. We are talking a 2.5 kilometer distance, supported by volunteer signs and a rest stop along the way.
Oh, well, we have to have those rest stops for sure. Well, you know what they say about taking two to tango. You ever tangoed?
I have not tangoed. Oh, well, not in official capacity anyway.
Okay, there it is, folks. It is hump day after all, so we're going to talk about tangoing for two. Did you check that out? As you know, the Fringe North Festival is coming up. Unfortunately, it is, again, a virtual event. Okay. We do have that interview with, I interviewed her.
Tova
Arbus. Tova Arbus. She is a very when you speak with, and no offense, guys, just take a break for a second, but when you speak with highly intelligent women,
Yes.
and it's just like, you know what, wow, it was a great interview. I
Yes.
encourage you to go to our YouTube site and watch that. But until then, let's talk about tangoing for two. So at the Fringe North Festival, this is what's going to happen. It's on August 18th, 9 p.m., August 20th at 3:30 p.m., August 21st at 8, and the 22nd at 12. And we will be posting this to the website. We just came in. Tickets are available.
Okay.
Pay what you can is what they're asking to support the dancer. $25 is what, I guess the recommended fee to do this. But you can learn how to tango with an award Best On-Demand Show at the 2021 Pittsburgh Festival. That's why they won that.
Yeah.
They're very well known both in North America. Some comments are saying it was the most fantastic, excellent production, highly creative. So it's a little something to spice up your day. Put a little red rose in the mouth, wear some high heels, because you never go wrong with high heels. And, one of those flowy dresses. Oh my God, I have it all envisioned in my head. With my hair up.
'Tis a spicy dance.
'Tis a spicy dance indeed.
Naughty. I was
playing?
at the Metro on Northern Avenue
Yeah.
yesterday. And I think it always speaks to, the little Heidi inside. The fair is in town.
It is.
They're there, they're setting up. It was unclear in that moment if there was actually an individual purchasing a candied apple at one of the vendors. However,
Was that you?
all of the rides appear to have been set up.
Yes, they are.
You could see, I will affectionately dub them the carnies.
Where's the
setting up their game.
Yes.
What's that? It's at the
I'm
Peewee.
looking for no, I know. I'm looking for the scrambler. I love the
Oh, I
scrambler.
saw the scrambler. Well, I saw the
Oh.
peaks of it. Usually they have it right out front.
Yeah.
At the Peewee, but this time it's at the back. That's very exciting. It is absolutely my favorite ride. I
Mine
will be
too.
going
We're gonna
on that.
scramble
So you can see it
together.
in the background, right there.
Yeah, we're going to scramble together, and then maybe we'll tango.
Nice. So the official dates then. So in a post on the Arenas, so the Peewee Arenas Facebook page, the organization has listed August 12th, so that's tomorrow.
Yes, it is.
August 12th through the 22nd as this year's fair dates. And of course, due to the pandemic, I just got a tattoo of that on my forehead, due to the pandemic.
There it is. There's the scrambler. Yeah. Yes.
Campbell Amusements did have to, cancel their 2020 events and have had to cancel the vast majority of the events they had scheduled in 2021. But now, yes.
Here we go. We're
They're back. A little bit concerning to me because I tend to overthink and kind of worry about things that most
Yes,
people
we've had
would
this
just kind of,
conversation.
yeah, sure. Okay. Let's go to the fair and everybody, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands.
Especially our littles who like the rides and 12 and under aren't immunized at the moment. So, it's just extra care.
Correct.
I think I'm going to put mittens on Dante. Can we put mittens on him?
Yeah, I guess you
I
could.
can do whatever
Yeah,
I want.
sure.
I give birth to him. And I remind him of that daily. Okay, when we come back from our quick commercial break, which I would like you to see our sponsors of our show. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors. We do have a list that we're going to go through coming up in the show.
The refinery maker, North.
Oh my God, there's so many. Knack.
Yeah,
there's
Tammy Ovey, who is
Real
a
estate?
very celebrated realtor.
Yeah.
We really do have a number of people who have come strongly in support. So if you know of a small business who would like to get some decent exposure, who would like to put their company words in our mouths, get them in touch with
right.
Nicole Connell
Yeah,
here
'cause
at the station.
that's
She's
right.
a dynamic individual.
Another fierce female here at Sue Online.
Totally fierce.
So actually that just kind of segues into another article I want to talk about,
Good.
small businesses recovering, extending to summer, and
Yes.
what's going on with that. So these small businesses have decided to use that as their platform. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We'll be right back after the 60-second break.
First Local, supported by Aug11 Family and Community Services. Be an alternative care parent. A child needs you.
First Local, supported by James Seaton, Mortgage Specialist. Your new home doesn't come with mortgage advice. I do. Call James Seaton Mortgage Specialist, RBC 705-975-1519. First Local, supported by Need window coverings? Locally owned and operated, NAC completes window coverings from start to finish. Call or message us today to schedule your free quote and experience what NAC can do for you.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings. 'Tis August the 11th, Hump Day, the day before the fair opens in an official capacity.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do like a soft launch the night before, so I don't know, it might not be a bad idea to do a cruise by, but
Yeah.
that's not coming to you in an official capacity. Officially, tomorrow is the day.
That's right.
So go to the Pee Wee Arena website to see when the official open is scheduled to happen.
And they can buy bracelets too, eh?
Oh,
like
for
I
sure.
saw like
Oh, they have
a full day one, a
They
half
have
day.
all of those, and they actually run like special sale days, sort of thing, like toonie days.
Oh, there is a tune. I heard that on the radio.
Yeah. So, it is possible to, do it. Well, no, it's not. It really isn't, because the food and the carrying on and
There's food too. I've never been to the.
my
but
kids are professional
I'm
spenders,
only
so-
2 years into the Sioux, and it was raining the last 2 years, which we have to check with Craig to find out what the weather's gonna be like for the next.
Yes.
Yes, right. Remind
Is
me.
it time for that now?
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not.
8:30. Hang on to your knickers. We'll be back at 8:30.
Yes, yes.
Okay, sorry I interrupted.
Well, that's okay. I'm going to do my best to get through this next story, because
Okay.
it's important and it's good. I couldn't find my wallet this morning, so I'm only running on a large coffee, which was done almost an hour ago. So
Well, you
it's
won't drink
anybody's
my
guess.
almond milk one. You can have my other one, but she says it's not the same.
No, coffee in the morning is an experience.
Oh,
It's
all
not
right.
just about the ingestion of caffeine.
Guess we're not tangoing then.
Okay, so we're talking, as you had said, about small businesses and how the government has been supporting their recovery. So now, for the hardest hit sectors, this recovery support is now being extended through to summer of 2023. So a good long stretch of support. So hopefully that puts a light at the end of the tunnel for a number of small businesses. Statistically, 80% of small businesses have yet to fully recover from the pandemic. Okay, well, yeah, sure. It's been going on for a while. So with that share rising now to just above 90% for the hard-hit sectors, such as, and we've seen some funding coming in for these areas in particular, these sectors, arts and recreation, registering 95% of those have yet to recover fully from the pandemic. We're talking about hospitality, so your restaurants, your takeout places, 96% still struggling to recover. And this research is coming from the Canadian Federation of Independent Businesses. So it will take an average of 23 months for these businesses to get back on track. So that's, that would be, about the amount of time that it's been extended through to the summer of 2023. And they gathered this information, these statistics, through a survey that asked small businesses to define what recovery would actually mean to them. Like, what's it going to look like for you specifically, small business owner? Top answers included being back to pre-pandemic sales, and 46% of people defined recovery as having that. No longer experiencing high stress and anxiety levels due to COVID-19. That was 45% of small businesses responding. No longer experiencing pandemic-related delays in obtaining supplies and being able to ship product. That was 44%. Being allowed to fully open without restrictions, 40%. I wonder though if that's, anyway, that's a whole different show. So having paid off any debt incurred due to COVID-19, 39%. Being back to pre-pandemic staffing levels, and that's 27%. No longer worrying about whether or not they're going to have to close their business permanently, 24%, as well as having a set of new normal practices for employees and
the new norm.
customers. So that's 23%. So If you are a small business, I encourage you to make contact with the government. There are a number of supports available, and these have now been extended through to the summer of 2023.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I just have my little Googles on. And speaking of Google, why don't we talk about that? So Google released an article yesterday, as I quickly trying to find it because I flipped my pages, with regards to working from home and their model to do so. They actually have like a plug-in. Okay, so where do you live in relation to where the actual office is, and again, that is in San Francisco, with regards to how much money you make. So yesterday we just touched a little bit about talking about you know, how people feel about, oh God, I have to go back to the office. I don't want to go back to the office. I've been so used to working from home. Well, some of us will. Anyway, so Google employees who opt to work from home in another city will earn less money. Google employees based in the same office before the pandemic could see changes in pay if they switch to working from home permanently, which is an option that Google has put out to its employees. And I feel like Google, I think that'd be a pretty cool place to work. Like,
I think so.
Look at that. I mean, that's kind of neat. Anyway, see the little Android there? He's cute. I just recently switched to Android.
Do Google employees Google for information?
I don't know. Do you think they use a different search engine?
I don't. They use Bing.
Bing! My Chandler Bing-a-ling. Chandler. Google employees based in the same office before the pandemic could see changes in pay if they switch to working. So basically, Facebook and Twitter also pay less to remote employees who move to less expensive areas, thinking, you know what, I don't have to commute, I don't have to pay gas. Maybe, you know, there's that savings there, but you're still making the same salary. You're going to get a cut. Alphabet Inc.'s Google stands out in offering employees a calculator that allows them to see the effects of a move. But in practice, some remote employees, especially those who commute long distances, could experience pay cuts without changing their addresses. One Google employee who wanted to keep his anonymity.
And look at you with that word.
Practicing. From outside his office in Seattle, actually said that they would likely see their pay cut by 10%, which is quite a bit. So we will be right back after this. When we come back, we're going to hit the COVID block. And we've got COVID enough to do an entire block of news on it. So fasten your seatbelts. We'll be right back.
First Local, supported by Northern Safety and Training, locally owned and operated. Get your DZ training for only $2,300 plus tax. Call 705-987-8460 for more information.
Always stay humble and kind. Don't expect a free ride from no one. Don't hold a grudge or a chip, and here's why. Bitterness keeps you from flying. Always stay humble and kind. Yeah.
First Local, supported by Rick Mooney, sales representative for Street City Realty. Sold, the sign you want, Rick, the realtor you need.
Welcome back, First Local Mornings. You're here with Colette and Heidi. It is Wednesday. Wednesday, August the 11th. Yeah, so, you know, we've already, if you're just joining us now and you have your full cup of coffee, I'm jealous. And I'm just going to hit one story that I think is important. I just covered it, but I'm going to say it again.
Yeah.
For any small businesses out there who are struggling to recover fully from the pandemic and related issues, the government has announced that small business recovery supports have been extended through to the summer of 2023. 23-month extension, more or less.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, just shy of 2 years. Yeah. So coming out of a survey conducted by the Canadian Federation of Independent Businesses. So if you are struggling to recover, do reach out. You know, explore your supports and your resources and take advantage of this.
Thanks, Heidi. Again, we'd like to take this time at 8:30 just to update you on the latest news if you missed the top of the show. Unfortunately, we have bad news with regards to Tony Esposito, Sault Ste. Marie, born and raised NHL legend, between the pipes, has passed away at the age of 78 due to pancreatic cancer. Again, he was Pioneer Hall of Fame. He spent almost his entire 16 years, and 16 years is quite an extensive time to be in the NHL, with the Chicago Blackhawks. His accolades include Vezina Trophy given to the top goaltender, the Calder Trophy as the NHL's Rookie of the Year, and the Vezina both in 1972 and 1974. And you'll see right there, he's wearing red and white because he represented our beautiful country. And again, when I was talking about Phil Esposito's book, he has an amazing story. Phil Esposito, his brother, has an amazing story from the series there with regards to him being in the hospital. And he didn't want to be there. He wanted to be at the bar and chug some beers with his brother and all the rest of the teammates. So his teammates broke into the hospital, pushed him down the street in the hospital bed to the bar to have a pint. Okay,
Nice.
I know, it's great.
Nice.
It's a good auto, but our hearts and our thoughts and prayers go out to the Esposito family as well as the NHL hockey world today.
Yeah.
And all the goaltenders out there who looked up to Tony as a mentor. We now want to hear from our wonderful weather specialist, Craig Huckerby, because as Heidi indicated, the fair is here, and we want to know if it's going to rain. Is it going to be every year, as it always does apparently in the Sioux? What's the weather like for the next few days?
And thank you very much. And today we get a little bit of a break from the showers and thunderstorms, at least for most of our day today. We do have another system coming in for later on tonight. But for today, this is what came through late last night, giving us some light shower activity. That's all pushing towards northeast. We have a little bit of a clearing here before this secondary cold front comes in tonight. And this secondary cold front is bringing with it cooler air, drier air, and that means we're going to lose the mugginess, and we're going to also drop our temperatures off a little bit. We'll take a look at the radar and show you what's left of that system. That's all pushing towards the northeast. So we have some clearing, and when I say clearing, we could still see some cloud, but we're not going to see any rain or thunderstorms, at least for another 12 hours or so. As far as temperatures go, not bad. 28 degrees is going to feel closer to 35 degrees as we see that humidity build up today as we warm up. 22s to the north, 26 in Sudbury. For today then, this is what we look like, and this is what's coming our way. So here's that secondary cold front coming through. It doesn't look like much yet, but as it pushes closer to the warm air, we're going to see that development of thunderstorms and showers. And then we have another heat dome being built out into the west. And what happens there is all these low pressure systems have to travel around it. And so that's what's coming our way for next week. At least we're going to watch that for sure. This is what we look like for today. Muggy and breezy. It's not quite as muggy out right now, but that mugginess will build back in today, and those winds will pick up as well as that front approaches. We have showers and thunderstorms developing later on today. We could see a thunderstorm in the afternoon or early evening, but definitely for sure towards the overnight period. For Thursday, we have showers kind of lingering on into the day. We should see some clearing. By the afternoon, temperatures well off at 21 degrees, and then we start to rebound our temperatures a little bit on Friday with a mix of sun and cloud, temperatures at 24, and then we see those temperatures back into the 27s to 28s for starting next week, but we also see those storms heading our way as well. That is your weather right now. We'll be back at the end of the show with an update. Let's send it back to Heidi and Colette.
Thanks, Craig. Well, that doesn't look too bad at all. I appreciate that. I think we might hit the fair. Heidi and I are going to go do the scrambler. You know what? I never tell anybody. I'm just like, yeah, you go in first. You sit over there. So they get squished. I love it. And then you're like, "Arr." Yeah. Oh, you know what? I love the games. You can cheat at that.
Well, I don't know. I just find that the workers are so aggressive, and it just, I don't even like to walk through the alley because they're all barking at you and
going, show us some leg, lady. Show us some of your assets. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Talking about assets.
Wow.
We have an asset on the show, and it's you, and it's the factoids.
Factoids.
What a second.
Well, when we set them up, I always feel so much pressure. But anyway, I always try and find the good ones, so here we go. This day in 1984, so August 11th, 1984, Ray Parker Jr. No, don't panic. Ray Parker Jr. started a 3-week run at #1 on the U.S. singles chart with the theme from the film Ghostbusters, because who you going to call,
call?
Right. So Parker, who had been a session guitarist for Stevie Wonder and Marvin Gaye. So this guy's a musician.
Notables.
Well, for sure, you know, I mean, because it's kind of a, let's face it, the theme song, very cool, very catchy.
Look at Bill Murray.
Yep.
I love Bill Murray.
Look at them. Look at them with
Bill Murray.
two of them sporting mullets quite nicely. Shorty
the mullet
longbacks.
is making a comeback.
Oh my God. I would argue for some it never actually went away, but that's, yeah. Okay, so anyway, yes. Who had been a session guitarist for Stevie Wonder and Marvin Gaye, was accused of plagiarizing the melody from Huey Lewis and the News, the song I Want a New Drug. Okay, now this resulted in Huey Lewis suing Ray Parker Jr., and the pair settled out of court in 1985.
Let's see how much they settled for.
No, I guess I should have looked that one up.
Oh, shoot. Don't you hate when your
Probably
co-host just
available.
throws that out there and makes you feel like, yeah, I didn't
Probably several millions, but I don't know. Yeah,
I think you're
should have
right. I
looked
think
it up.
that's the right
You know what? On
answer.
the next commercial, I will Google it, and
Yes.
some of those people.
Are you going to Google it, or are you going to channel a bing-a-ling-a-ling it?
I'm gonna Google it. I don't like
Okay.
that Bing. Again, this is my opinion, and
Janice.
it's not necessarily
Janice
it's
hater.
not supported, nor is it endorsed by Superior Media. But I'm allowed to have an opinion.
She is. Now-
Oh, don't like the Bing
Heidi's-
or like the Google. Get out of
Heidi's
here.
gonna
Get out of my
Heidi's
frame.
gonna do the social media, and then we'll come back to it after commercial break. But what do
I
we got?
can't
'Cause
do
we've got-
social media because the void is. I think that we should hear from our support
I think you're right.
sponsors. Yes.
When
you
are we
know,
gonna do that?
like I said, the refinery, we've got Maker North.
Hey, Joseph Bertrand, because I know you're watching.
Yes.
All right, well, let's rip to a commercial. We'll be right back in 60 seconds with social media, because I know it's going to happen.
First Local, supported by Tammy Ovey. Are you looking for an agent who confidently knows the culture and community of Sault Ste. Marie? Call Tammy Ovey, 705-971-0171.
There's something in this picture you're not seeing. It's called radon, and it's a naturally occurring gas. You can't see it, taste it, or smell it, but it's the leading cause of lung cancer after smoking. Radon can leak into your home undetected through cracks or gaps in the ground floor. Make sure you're safe from the risk of radon exposure. With a simple test, radon leaks can be detected. Visit lung.ca to learn more about how to protect your home from radon gas.
Where's Tommy?
I thought he was with you.
No.
Jack!
Tommy? Don't stop. Keep playing. Here we go. Here's the fun part.
Encouragement. Pass it on from the Foundation for a Better Life.
First Local, supported by Tenaris Algoma Tubes. Kickstart your career. Tenaris is rapidly growing in Sault Ste. Marie and looking for individuals interested in rewarding production and technician roles. If you are ready for a progressive career opportunity with benefits in advanced manufacturing, then please send your resume to resumes@tenaris.com.
Good morning and welcome back. First Local Mornings, Wednesday, August the 11th. Colette, Heidi. Yes, social media is working. I have once again conquered the void.
Like, what don't
Who do
you
we-
conquer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we have right off the hop Steve Child. I don't know. He's in there. This is the second day in a row he's beat
Yes.
everybody to the punch. Yes.
Way to go,
Can't
Steven.
Speak to Monday was not
Can I
here.
call you
but
Steven?
I don't know. Are you Steven? Are you Steven? Is any
Steven.
Steve a Steven?
Well, I don't know, but I
Like,
feel
is
like
that-
it's his Sunday name, so we're going to say, good morning, Stephen.
Good morning, Stephen. Okay. He says GMAHAGHD. So good morning, all. Have a great hump day. Yes.
Cute.
And
Oh, I
to
gotta play that
yourself
song
as
too.
well.
Yep.
What's that?
I want to do the Humpty Hump. How do you not know that song?
Well, I might have
She
blocked
knows
it out.
She knows all about the Humpty Hump.
What? I
What?
don't like the
It's-
song. Okay, now you're forcing me to truth. I don't like the song. Anyway. Where are your parents? Your parents are in town. Like,
They're
they
in
don't
town. They don't
watch?
watch us. But when they're in Hamilton, they watch us. I don't
Okay.
know. Are they there?
All right. No, they're not here.
Well, I'm going to have to tell them later.
Where are you? All right. Bradley Evoy. Good morning, everyone, with 3 exclamation points. Happy hump day, y'all.
Y'all.
With the peace sign to you as well, Bradley.
Good,
Good morning and happy hump day.
He's looking so happy in his profile pic,
I
Bradley.
know. Merci
Aw,
beaucoup.
there
Says,
she
have a
is.
wonderful day, ladies, with 2 hibiscus, as you can see, and a coffee. This is going to take some getting used to. I'm used to like narrating
Isn't that
the
nice?
emojis. I guess I don't have to do that anymore. So sorry about the Traxaland. I'll have to trot that out.
That's the only one
as
you can do.
appropriate.
We were not
Okay.
giving it up.
Okay, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Well, I'm waiting. You got the mic.
So merci, and you will listen to every damn word I have to say. Okay, great start to my day with your fun and facts.
Aw,
Thank you very much, merci. I always look forward to
Yes,
receiving
she
your
just has
kind
such
words. You
beautiful
are a
words.
lovely lady.
Yeah.
Giselle, I'm going to get European for a moment.
Oh, I like that.
Giselle
Giselle.
Shikoski. Happy hump day, everyone, she says. Happy hump day to yourself as well, Giselle. Margaret, what did you say?
Oh, my uncle John is a maggot because of the Scottish accent.
Okay.
Maggot. Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Aw.
Nice memories from my aunt. That's all.
For sure. Margaret McKay, good morning all. Good morning to you, Margaret. Debbie Doucette, have a super Wednesday, everyone, with
thanks.
2 exclamation points and a smattering of emojis. Enika, good morning. Oh, sorry. Okay, there's a lot of exclamation points there. Good morning, all. Okay,
Good
she
morning,
says.
Enika.
Happy hump day. Good morning to you, Enika. I'd like to kind of ratchet it up, but again, you notice there's no cup on my desk, so.
Well, you could have one with almond milk in it, but you're being
Fastidious.
specific. Word.
Precise. It's not just about the ingestion of caffeine, it's the experience.
I would eat the bean if I had to. Ooh, that
Okay,
sounded
Kimberly says, good morning all. Little pink cheeks. Good morning to you, Kimberly. Waited for your call. You did not call me back last night. Okay. Joseph.
weird. There he is. See, I knew he'd watching. Hey, Jojo.
Joseph Bertrand.
Hey, Jojo.
Happy Wednesday to everyone this fine day. Happy Wednesday to you, Joseph. Carrie Wortman. You know what? I want to go back to Joseph just for one moment
Okay.
because I did do an interview with him.
Yes.
And Joseph, I realize your program is coming to a close soon. The article will go up today. Joseph has been doing exemplary work, as he usually does, working with children in grades 7 through 9, exposing them to various job opportunity possibilities, like stimulating their career growth in the STEM sector.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and this is in collaboration with Science North. So very, very amazing
Holy
thing
cow.
that he did. It was completely sold out. I am overdue with the article, and I feel awkward about that, but I will make that right today. So good work to you, Joseph. Always a pleasure to be associated with you. You are fantastic. Carrie Wortman.
Very nice.
Good morning, all. No, happy morning, all. Happy morning
Yeah,
to
happy
you,
morning
Carrie.
to you, too.
Linda Gloria Goulet.
Oh, I like that. Oh my God, she sounds lovely. Do you tango, Linda? It sounds like I was looking for a rose at the
I need a
commercial
rose.
break.
Good morning, good Wednesday to you. Good morning and good Wednesday to you. Tony Mancuso, good morning, everyone.
my
Looks like a
buddy.
great start to the day. He bids us enjoy the sunshine. Well, the same to you, Tony.
Yeah, hi, Tony. I love seeing Tony's name come across the screen. Just a great man.
And we have Ashley Scorch. Rounding it out, she says, hi, be kind. Is that like Austin Powers? Oh, behave.
Oh, behave.
Yeah.
It's true. Just be kind.
Yes.
Treat people the way you want to be treated. every day
Ashley
and all day.
herself being a very remarkably kind person. She gave us those cakes that day on International Colette and Heidi Day.
Oh my God, Ashley! I'm still talking about that because, as you know, I can't have cow's milk, and she made me a special one. It was delicious. It was delicious. We've got another one, Christina Nacarado.
Hey, Christina.
Christina
How nice to
Nacarado.
see your little face.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching, and hello to you, lady.
Oh, right. And we've got another one. Oh,
Oh, this is new.
Oh.
Ooh. Margie Ian Goldsboro-Heaney. Happy day,
nice
gals.
name.
Happy day to you, and thank you for
like that
watching. Always nice to see new names.
awesome
Okay.
sauce.
Oh, and Christina says, happy Wednesday, everyone.
Happy Wednesday.
Wednesday to you, Christina. Happy hump day.
We're doing the Humpty Hump. Christina, can you believe she doesn't know the do the Humpty Hump? Do the Humpty Hump. Anyways, I think you do. I think she's lying. You do have another factoid coming up, so that's gripping.
Yeah.
And we do.
Riveting.
Riveting
Stay
news.
tuned.
When we come back after this quick break, we're going to do a little section on a lot of stuff on COVID. Not just pertaining to the numbers that are on the rise, but the fourth wave is coming in. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Not to worry, but then also very much and very near and dear to my heart is the residential school issues that are going on in our country.
Yes.
I want to touch on that. There's some incredible people doing walks across. A lot of people are doing a lot of things to raise awareness, raise money. Just more importantly, they're raising awareness on this on our history of Canada.
Yep.
But before we cut to a commercial break, there are a few business names I would like to highlight so that you will see the United Way, the Refinery, Tenaris Algoma Tubes, Tammy Ovey, Century 21, Rick Mooney, Steel City Realty, Northern Safety Training, Aug11, Maker North, Joseph, Exit Realty, Gary Trembinski, Canadian Bush Plain Heritage Center. You will see all of these as they are supporting us and their businesses, and we thank you for that. Enjoy. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
First Local, supported by The Refinery, the leader in women's fitness and transformations. 624 Wellington Street West in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Call 705-255-8895 for more information.
Inches fake. Home to Lola. Bounds. This large male sports a wig trimming black fur.
You don't need a media monkey to make healthy choices. Think for yourself. A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
First Local, supported by United Way. Help make your community a better place. Show your local love and donate today. Good morning and welcome back. I'm bringing it in a lot. I've noticed that. Like it's kind of like, good morning, welcome back. It's Wednesday, August 11th. You got Colette Heidi, First Local Mornings. Here we are. Let's go.
You're doing it so well.
All right.
Why not?
Okay, COVID. I don't know. We're sneaking up on the Band-Aids again. Although locally we still are,
locally we're
maintaining.
Doing awesome. Yeah.
Locally nothing new has been reported overnight.
Not to take away from the two that are active cases. I didn't.
I was just going to say
408
cases confirmed. 2 of those remain active, meaning, of course, 406 have been resolved. We did see a slight increase in the variants of concern that have been detected locally. Those saw a 2-person boost, a 2-case boost. Yeah. So we are sitting at 112 confirmed variants of concern. But apart from that, like I said, nothing new in the last 24 hours. Provincially, Ontario reports 321 new COVID-19 cases, sadly reporting 2 more deaths. The 5th straight day that the daily cases have topped the 300 mark as the Delta variant continues to spread across the province. 325 new cases reported Monday. Test positivity rate is 1.7%, which is down from 2.3%, which is what we reported yesterday. Okay. And this data is coming out of 6,479 tests that have been administered. So currently 109 people in intensive care with COVID-19 related complications, 72 on a ventilator. So vaccine-wise, 48,278 vaccine doses have been administered in the last 24-hour period.
Okay, cool. My quick little COVID story before we throw to Craig one last time this morning. Again, Craig will be out throughout the day as well as 5 o'clock news to update you with an extensive weather forecast. And fingers crossed, we'll be able to get to that fair at least one day without some water falling from the sky. But Ontario's Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Kieran Moore, who is the new Chief Medical Officer now, took over, he is saying that we need to have everybody at 75%, Ontarians at 75%, both with 2 doses, but we're getting there. What they want to do, again, we need to reopen fully in 10 days. That is quickly sneaking up on us. Dr. Kieran Moore says that we are getting closer to the vaccination targets needed to move beyond that 3rd and final step to normal well, I don't know, the new norm. Let's just call it the new norm because I feel like masking it will still be included in the new norm. But Moore says he believes that the threat of a fall resurgence will boost vaccination rates. And I'm going to just quickly put two stories together in one so we can go back to you.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I am on the ball. Today I am running on the ball. So Moderna has signed an agreement to build an mRNA production plant here in Canada. We touched on it yesterday, but in May, Champagne, who's a federal leader, he was actually the leader of infrastructure, but he has moved over now. But he is in Ottawa. He's providing 199. Hello. 199
million.
God.
Hello.
Lady, you left me on the hook. Resilience Technologies in Mississauga, Ontario, about half of the cost of expanding its existing plant to make up 640. She did it again. Million doses of mRNA vaccines every year. We have these posted to the website. We also want to talk about COVID cases are increasing in children under 12. As you know, they have no vaccination for them.
Yes.
But that's because their parents are unvaccinated. That's my update on COVID today.
Okay.
Crackers. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Mike. Geez, what would we do with Mike? I'm looking at you. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Craig. It's over to you. Update us, my friend. Update us as you always do.
I'll do my best. If you're paying attention to things like this, May, as far as temperatures go, May was above seasonal, June above seasonal, July above seasonal, and August is now trending to be well above seasonal. And today is just a good example of that because we're heading towards 29 degrees. Average should be around 24, 25 degrees. So let's take a look at the 12-hour. This is what your day is shaping up like. We're seeing mainly sunny skies. We're going to see those clouds fill in slowly during the afternoon. Temperatures, again, going up to 29, going to feel closer to 35 with the humidity. That humidity is coming to an end once a cold front moves through later on tonight, giving us some fresh air for Thursday and Friday. And temperatures falling back to seasonal values. I'll have more on your 7-day forecast, and the heat is building again next week. We'll do that at 5 o'clock.
Hi, welcome back. I'm wearing my Googles. I didn't get the message in time. We have 4 minutes left of the show. Over to you.
Okay, well, we know that Facebook does become a very ready platform for all kinds of very intellectual and intelligent debate. Facebook now has said Tuesday that it has removed hundreds of accounts linked to a mysterious advertising agency operating out of Russia that sought to pay social media influencers. I want to be a social media influencer.
No, you don't. Cut it out.
Well, yeah.
Well, you
okay.
influence me.
Aw, well, there you go. So that's social.
And I'm on social media.
And we work in media,
Yeah,
so
well,
there we go.
There we go.
By definition,
Oh my God,
social
so Heidi's
media
a social media influencer. There you go.
All right.
So named.
I'm available. Okay. So, so sought to pay social media influencers to smear COVID-19 vaccines being made by Pfizer as well as AstraZeneca. So this involved a network of 65 Facebook accounts, 243 Instagram accounts, traced back to Phazi, which is an advertising and marketing firm registered in the UK. Facebook said that Phazi's work was primarily done from Russia on behalf of an unknown client. Better to be unknown, I guess, than to give a false name.
Okay.
The network used the network did use fake accounts to spread misleading claims that the disparaged safety of Pfizer and AstraZeneca that did disparage, the safety of Pfizer and AstraZeneca vaccines. One claimed that AstraZeneca's shot would turn a person into a chimpanzee.
What? That doesn't say that.
It does say that. It says it right here. The fake accounts targeted audiences in India, Latin America, and to a lesser extent the U.S., using several social media platforms, including Facebook and Instagram. Russia has been actively marketing its COVID-19 vaccine. And we did cover a story about an international student who was having difficulty being granted access to, I believe it was maybe Sault College. Anyway, a post-secondary institution because the vaccine that he had received was not recognized by the World Health Organization, nor was it recognized. Exactly. Nor was it recognized by Health Canada. Okay, so so they've been actively marketing, Russia has been actively marketing its own COVID-19 vaccine, the Sputnik 5, abroad in what some analysts see as an effort to score geopolitical points.
Nice.
But Facebook representatives did not speculate on the possible motivation behind the smear campaign. Okay, so that's all I have to say about that.
Thank you very much. A couple quick things that I definitely need to make sure it's included in today's show. Squamish Nation is investigating to the St. Paul's Indian Residential School. I apologize for leaving this to the end of the show because it's far more important to me and to everyone else that should have been brought up earlier, but I apologize. They are looking into these grave sites today, and I will have more information on that for you. A 6-week, 2,000-kilometer walk, in addition, separate from this story about St. Paul's, a 6-week, 2,000-kilometer walk to honor children and survivors of residential schools that began in the Yukon ended Monday in Kamloops, BC, specifically Tusakamloops, Tusaqualam First Nation, where we first heard of 217 graves that were found a few months ago. The support came from, there was so many people that were supporting it. There was a huge walk. Congratulations to those involved. Now, I have the distinct pleasure and honor tomorrow to interview Dr. Shirley Chichu, a residential school warrior nearing his 20th anniversary of the Winshuk Film Institute. It's a little bit about it is a nonprofit association, artist-focused film and television training center. I am so looking forward to this interview, and there's going to be some more information about Dr. Shirley Chichu that we will share with you. Thank you for joining us today on Hump Day. We will see you tomorrow, Baby Friday. Have a great day.